This time on Screencast a Week, we're looking at the power button on your Mac. That's right, the plain old power button. Hello, Internet people, and welcome to Screencast a Week. I'm Kevin Yank. This time around, we're looking at the power button. That's right, the power button on your Mac. When I first launched Screencast a Week, a family member of mine joked that he was really looking forward to learning all the intricacies of his power button. So you know what? I will take that challenge because Apple has made a lot of changes to the way the power button works on OS X recently. And as a result, I think a lot of people don't really understand how it works. And just like anything else on the Mac, there are a ton of hidden features connected to this button that almost no one knows. So let's dive right in. I'm going to go ahead and tap the power button on my computer just like I would any other key while typing. And guess what happens? Absolutely nothing happens because Apple wants to make sure that you meant to hit that button before it goes ahead and puts your computer to sleep or shuts it down or whatever. And so as a result, this one key, unlike all the other keys on your keyboard, it requires you to hold it down, if only briefly, in order to make it do anything at all. So if you hold it down for about half a second, that's enough for Apple to go, all right, they meant to do that. And that will put your computer to sleep into the low power mode where all of the applications are paused. And then you can wake it up again by hitting the power button again, or indeed hitting any key on the keyboard. That's what most people use the power button for these days. If I hold it down a little longer though, if I tap it and hold it for about 2 seconds, this dialog box will pop up on your Mac. And it gives you a few more options: restart, cancel, and shut down. The sleep button does just what the normal button does, but restart will restart your whole computer, cancel will cancel, it won't do anything, and shut down will shut down your computer completely, so it's using no power at all. That button's in blue, of course, so I can hit enter to go ahead and take that action. And short of memorizing a specific keyboard shortcut, I think that's probably the quickest way to shut down your computer, and that's how I do it when I need to. You just hold down the power button for a couple of seconds, and then as soon as that dialog pops up, just hit enter, and your computer will shut down. Now that dialog box was actually the default behavior of the power button up until Mountain Lion. Mavericks was the first version that changed the behavior so that hitting the power button just immediately put your computer to sleep. But a lot of people like this dialog box and they'd rather that be the default behavior. So I can show you how to do that. First, make sure you're in Finder, so you can just click the desktop background to do that. And then on the Go menu, choose Utilities and fire up Terminal. There's a command you can type into Terminal in order to change the behavior of the power button. If you type defaults, write com.apple.loginwindow space. That's the program we're going to change. And then the setting we want to change is Power Button Sleeps System. And we want to set it to a Boolean value of no. Boolean means it can be yes or no. I want to set it to no. So if I hit enter, that command takes effect, and now immediately my power button behaves differently. If I go ahead and tap it for half a second, immediately that dialog box comes up. I no longer have to wait 2 seconds. That's just what happens when you press the power button by default, and this is just like older versions of Mac OS X. So if you like that, go ahead and change that setting. I personally like the default behavior, so I'm going to change it back with defaults, delete, com.apple.loginwindow power button sleeps system. Enter. And there we go. I can hold down the power button and it takes a couple of seconds before it displays that dialog because the default behavior is now putting my computer to sleep. The last thing you can do by just hitting the power button is to shut down your computer forcibly. You probably know about this one. If your computer's misbehaving, if it won't shut down normally, you can just hold down that power button for 5 full seconds and boom, the power will be cut. Whatever your computer was doing at the time will be interrupted, but it will force it to shut down. So then you can hit the power button again, boot it back up, and hopefully whatever was wrong will no longer be a problem. So I bet already there's something in there that you didn't know about your power button. There's one more thing I want to show you before we go though, and for that I'm going to need iTunes. I often use my computer to play music in a dark room and having the light from my monitor light up the room is a bit of a distraction. But there's a shortcut that will let you get around that. So I'm going to start playing music here in iTunes. You can hear that music playing there. So let's say I'm playing this music at a party and it's in a dark room and I'd like to shut off the display of my computer without interrupting the music. Well, if you hold Shift and Control and then hit the power button, right away all of the displays that are connected to my Mac go black, just like that. This will reduce that light pollution in the room, but as you can hear, the music continues to play. All of the apps on my Mac are still running. All I've done is put the displays of my computer to sleep. When I want to see what's going on again, I can click my mouse or press any key on the keyboard and the display comes back to life, and I can go ahead and pause that music there. So there you go. I bet there's something in there you didn't know about your power button, but that's it for this week. So I'll be back next week with another Screencast a week. Until then, head over to patreon.com/screencastaweek to catch all the old episodes of the show and to sign up to support the show. I'd really appreciate it. Until next time, I'm Kevin Yank. Bye.